Alright, so I'm just doing more news for you guys. I'll be talking more about the channel later, or after, like later in the video, but anyways. To get on to the news, so after, E3, and Sony, this little conference, and Sony just blew, or Square Enix blew everyone away with freaking, Final Fantasy VII, and people were panicking, and, oh my god, everyone was just losing it. I was losing it. If you go and watch my Final Fantasy VII announcement video, you'll see me just twitching. I didn't even notice how much I was twitching. I had to make 2 videos. So yeah, with all the reactions just posting on YouTube and people just losing it, going crazy, losing their minds, going to comas and everything, Nomura went out there and announced that he's interested in making more Final Fantasy remakes. Now, this is awesome. He specifically I'll put the article in the description below, but he specifically said Final Fantasy 5 and 6. Now this is awesome because Final Fantasy 5 and 6, he pointed something out. He said that those are the only 2 that really never got an update or a remake, and it took me a while, and sure, I never thought about that. It was the only Final Fantasy, well, other than 8 and 9 and that, but of the old ones, we got Final Fantasy 1 and 2. They were ported so many times. There's Final Fantasy 1, and then 2 came out with Dawn of Souls. We're not talking about the Super Nintendo one. Then I think we also got another one for the DS with 1 and 2, and then we got the PlayStation Final Fantasy Origins. Then we got the PSP kind of remake type things. They weren't really remakes, they were more updates, and we got everything Japan got, extra dungeons and stuff. And then Final Fantasy 3, we got Final Fantasy 3 on the DS. So yeah, we didn't really get a remake of that. We kind of did though. The PSP version came out in Japan, but then yeah, I'm thinking 4 got the after years, the PSP anniversary. We also got the Chronicles, which kind of is, yeah, it's an update, or Final Fantasy 2, whatever, for the Super Nintendo. But yeah, Final Fantasy 5 and 6 are really the only ones who never got a remaster or whatever, that are old and outdated. Specifically, Final Fantasy 5, he said that because Final Fantasy 5 is one that we not really many people played, because at the time the Super Nintendo released Final Fantasy 2 and 3, which is really Final Fantasy 4 and 6. And those games were so good, it kind of buried 5, and we didn't get to play 5 until Anthology. Anthology was really the main attraction was 6, and I played Final Fantasy 5. It was a great game. If you haven't played Final Fantasy 5, there's emulators, and I know they have iOS versions. They have an iOS version of it. You can get a hold of it on the PlayStation, so you can play on the PlayStation 3. I think it's on the PSN store also. So you should definitely check out Final Fantasy 5. But this is great. If Nomura is thinking about remaking more Final Fantasy games, I'm interested to see what he's gonna do with Final Fantasy 6 and their characters. I want to see them go deeper. The voice acting, we got the Dissidia games to explore, kind of specifically Terra and Kefka. I love the way they portrayed Kefka. The joke, he was kind of like a Joker type character. But it would really be great to see him blown up in those kind of graphics. If you got Bart from Final Fantasy 5 and Edward from 6, and just all those characters, just seeing them in full-blown 3D with voice acting, that'd be great. Especially to see the worlds just brand new, kind of just imagine all the castles, the deserts, just the summons in Final Fantasy 6. Oh man, yeah. And then imagine the more Final Fantasy games they're gonna make. Would be great. Tactics would be great. I know the PSP version, it was just a port. It was an updated port. It wasn't really a remake, but imagine seeing that in full scale 3D with more combat systems. Or what if we got Final Fantasy 8 or 9, which would be freaking great. I still want to it'd be cool if they focus more on Final Fantasy newer titles, but I mean, really right now 15 has the spotlight, and so does 7. I really forgot about 15 when they announced 7, because when they announced 7 I lost it, and it took me a second. Wait a minute, 15's coming out. I gotta pre-order that one whenever I can pre-order it. No, it's great. I'm really glad Nomura's thinking about remaking more Final Fantasy games, and it's going to be great because then newer generations are going to be able to play them, and people who have never played the older ones, they'll get a chance to play them on the newer consoles. So that's great. Anyways, that's it for this video. This channel, I'm gonna just talk about this channel real quick. You guys can click off, and I'm gonna tell you guys, please like, comment, subscribe, please. That really help me out. If you guys, the future of this channel is probably gonna be more news videos. I'm gonna do more, like, what is he? Yeah, more news videos. I'm gonna do some gameplays. Like, I still gotta finish the Alien Isolation. I know I haven't gotten to that. I'm sorry, guys. Also, there's gonna be video game pickups. I'm gonna try doing like at least like 2 every month. Right now, I just haven't been able to post one because my money's going towards Type 0 Special Edition Japan import of the PlayStation 4, along with the Realm Reborn and Heaven's Sword and stuff. And then all those new games that are coming out, and the Halo 5 and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm getting that stuff ready. But yeah, so basically the future of this channel is gonna be more news updates. Like, check in every, I don't know, 3 or 4 days, and I'll be trying to post up a video every time a news article comes out. If any news article comes out and you want me to talk about it, just, like, put in, I don't know, message me. I don't know. But anyways, guys, that's it for this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about it. What kind of Final Fantasy games do you guys want to see? Message me if you don't comment, because people message me for some reason, but they don't comment. But yeah, write in the comment section. I'd love to have a discussion with the few people that watch this. So yeah, well, Final Fantasy 7 or Final Fantasy game, which you'd like to see remade, or I don't know. So write in the comments section below, let me know, and that's it for this video, my mushroom neighborhood, and I will be seeing y'all later.